Vermont. He's trying to roll back the GOP's attempt to protect corporations in the Citizens United ruling. Senator, we'll go into your plan in a minute, but first, how far will Republicans go to protect the rich, in your opinion?
I think there's no stopping them. I think that is what they conceive their political mission to be. They receive a lot of funding from campaign contributions from the wealthy and large corporations, and they're going to go down the line, fighting to make sure that we continue to have the kind of horrendous income and wealth inequality in this country, fighting to preserve all of these incredible loopholes that enable enormously profitable corporations, in some cases, Al, making billions of dollars a year, not to pay one nickel in taxes. And then on the other side, what they want to do is balance the budget by slashing Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and education. You know, there's a lot of discussion about class warfare. Right. I think these guys are waging class warfare against the middle class and working families, protecting the wealthy and large corporations.
But when you see the mentality of these guys, I mean, let me show you something that was stunning. Lindsey Graham this weekend calling the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau something from a Stalinist era. I'm quoting, I mean, really? Helping consumers is Stalinist? Look at this.
This consumer bureau that they want to pass is under the Federal Reserve, no appropriation oversight, no board. It is something out of the Stalinist era.
I mean, how can we deal with that kind of mentality and make progress, Senator?
Well, the way you deal with it is educate the American people and say that we are in a horrendous recession now, 25 million people unemployed or underemployed. You know why, Al? Because we deregulated Wall Street against my votes. We allowed people on Wall Street to act illegally, to act immorally, and they ended up tanking the economy. And to say that we cannot have a strong agency to protect consumers against credit card ripoffs, against all of these mortgage ripoffs, obviously the American people don't agree with that.
Now, let's go to your proposal, your amendment on corporations. Explain why this is important and what you're trying to achieve here, Senator.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, Al. Look, here's the story. Citizens United was a 5-4 Supreme Court decision 2 years ago, right, which in my view will go down in history as one of the worst Supreme Court decisions in the history of this country, right next perhaps to Dred Scott. What this is about is saying corporations are people. You didn't know it, but the good old Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, ExxonMobil, just like you and me, they're entitled to First Amendment rights, which means they can take hundreds of millions of dollars out of the treasuries of these corporations and use it in political advertising. I don't think that most people in America think that what democracy is about is for large corporations to spend unlimited sums of money without disclosure, trying to defeat candidates who stand up against them. That's not American democracy. I'll tell you something, Al. We just put a petition up on my website, sanders.senate.gov, 3 days ago. We got 120,000 names already. The American people want to defeat Citizens United, bring back the kind of democracy that allows the ordinary person to have some power in this country.
Now, if people think you're exaggerating, let me show you. Mitt Romney, Willard himself, said corporations are people. This is not an exaggerated flow of rhetoric from Senator Sanders. Watch this.
Corporations are people, my friend. We can raise taxes on, of course they are. Everything corporations earn ultimately goes to people. So, where do you think it goes? Whose pockets? Whose pockets? People's pockets. Okay, human beings, my friend.
So if corporations are people, then they have First Amendment rights. They can do whatever people are supposed to be able to do, and that's why your amendment becomes important, Senator. People that want to sign your petition should go where?
Sanders.senate.gov.
All right, Senator Bernie Sanders, there's none like him. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Thank you, Al.
Coming up, our exclusive interview with the woman who says the president's health care law literally saved her life. Of course, this is the same law Republicans want to repeal. But first, Romney is